worried to like take a break and like redo it. Like starting a business and like actually making the business succeed is going to be a few years, a year. Like most businesses either fail in the first year or they make no money in the first year.
Yeah.
So that's like tells you something in itself. Like you're gonna have that first year, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna like learn from everything that you're doing, and then you're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
You have to make mistakes. You can't just always think you're not doing as well as you are. Like,
Yeah.
good. Everyone's doing good. Like,
Really?
yeah, everyone is. These people come to me, like I remember my friend coming to me and she was like, I just feel like I'm just at like a point now where I like can't get any further. I don't know what to do. Like I've been trying so hard. And then like a few weeks later, she got a breakthrough in her career. You think you're not doing well, but you are. If you're trying and you're putting in the effort, then you're doing well.
We all fear something different. But this fear is what drives us. How do you define success? Hey, welcome to Route Talks, a place where we learn about the different routes people take through life, what intensifies their why. And I'm Cedric. Today I'm with Becky, the owner of Bombon Management, one of the biggest upcoming modeling and marketing agencies in the music video industry. So,
Thank
Becky.
you for having me. Thank you.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. Anyway, I've got a rundown for you today. I'm going to ask you, first question, what is success to you?
Success. To me, I mean, it means having enough money to have a good life, but also to have free time. Like, I want to have a comfortable life, but I want to be able to do what I want when I want, which is why I've always tried to be self-employed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also just happiness. Happiness is the main thing, really.
I mean,
And no matter how successful you get, like, categorically, I think happiness is, like, a goal that you have to achieve in different ways to just, like, success through business or work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. But before we go through the deep life, let's first get through and get to know you a little bit. So I've got like 5 questions.
Mm-hmm.
You got to answer them as quick as you can. They're fire questions. Yeah.
I'm scared.
So let's see. Are you a milk first or a cereal first person?
Cereal first.
Cereal first?
Milk first seems criminal.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey.
That's weird.
That's what I do, but okay.
I'm trying to drown it.
Anyway, rap or R&B? Quick.
R&B.
R&B?
Yeah.
All right. Good choice. Next, you got riches or love?
Say that again.
Riches or love?
What do you mean reaches?
As in money or love?
Okay, I see what you mean. Love. We'll say
Love?
that.
You
Yeah.
sure you'll be broke in love?
Yeah, maybe I'm in love with a rich person.
Okay. Good answer. And are you a tea or coffee kind of person?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Addicted. Every day.
Really?
Has to be done. Yeah,
Wow.
100%.
I feel like milk tea.
No, coffee every
It's
day.
way better than
You
coffee.
can have like a million different types of coffee.
Damn. Okay. I know you to the surface now, but
Yeah.
I want to know like you. Like
Yeah.
what is it that you would tell me about yourself that I don't personally know? Because we've been friends for a minute now.
Yeah.
Like through your life, maybe tell me about your childhood and everything.
Well, from childhood, like I've always had, like I'd say I struggled with learning, which people would probably think is like something that I didn't, because I've always like been freelance or been trying to start a business or something. I've always been like that since I was like literally out of college. So I don't know, like I've always struggled with learning. I didn't like academic, you know, the normal academic stuff. I wasn't good at exams. I wasn't really into school. I didn't really pay attention. I was always talking. I was called bubbly, but bubbly is just a word for saying, you know, that kid talks too much. Tell it shut up. Tell your kids shut up. So yeah, I don't know. I struggled with learning, but like I found my own way. That's why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because, you know, it's like you have like control of your life and control of like what you do, but you also like still have that drive, and you can drive yourself without someone sort of like tearing you down.
All right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I think that struggle is like something a lot of people have, and they think, oh, they're not clever, but that's not it. They're just not like academic in the way that school is teaching and the way school is like encouraging kids. Like there should be different ways of learning for different people and different ages and different kids. Yeah, my childhood, I'm not sure like what to say about it. It was good. Like I have a good family. My dad, he's a businessman. Like that's probably where I get it from a little bit. He was always away when I was younger. He's a hustler. Like he was away. Like he was in Dubai. He was in America. He's always working. And then my mum, like she's a gem. My mum is crazy like me. Like my whole personality is from my mum. Like I'm not even joking. She is the same as me, and she is mental as well. We're both very fiery, I would say. You've seen it.
I have.
You've seen the fiery side.
I have seen that.
Yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're so calm," and then switch, and then she's a psycho.
So is that what?
5 minutes.
Is that why they always told you to shut up in school?
Yeah.
Just because you.
And do you think I reacted well to that? No.
But talking about you like struggling in school and like, you know, not liking the whole education system. You finished uni though.
Yeah, I did. I finished.
So how does that happen?
It was a struggle. Like because I think what I've got, even though I'm not like good at it, and I didn't pass with like amazing, like I didn't pass with flying colours or anything. Like I did well, but it was hard work. Do you know what I mean? Like I had to really put in the work, and sometimes I didn't, and that showed. Like let me say, the first year and second year in my uni, I was going through a lot of stuff, personal stuff as well. So like to manage my like emotions and stuff, I was struggling to actually deal with uni. But my uni was quite good at like supporting me through that. They gave me like free gym membership, and like that helped me. Like that definitely helped me focus.
Damn,
like,
what uni did you go to?
Sheffield Hallam.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you all have to go Sheffield Hallam if you need a free gym, huh?
Yeah, literally. They were like, "Oh, depressed, go to the gym."
Oh, damn.
No, it really helped though. It did, and like that's where I found. Obviously, I go to the gym now. I started to get into the gym then. I did have a bit of a break from it, but I'm back now, and it does help. Like it helps your motivation in everything else because you're like disciplined. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, but I passed. Like I think uni's a good thing, but some people it's just not for them.
Yeah. So you were struggling. What made you decide to? I'll finish to uni, because you could have finished in college.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, uni for me wasn't just like to go for education. Like it was like it's a social thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I lived in Herefordshire, which is like the middle of nowhere. Like it's the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there. So if you're gonna stay there, you're not doing anything really. Like I don't know what else there is to do there. You have to go somewhere else to like grow. Yeah. So I was like, let me get out of there. I just wanted to go anywhere like that was far because I've always travelled. My family've always moved around.
Was you running from home?
Yeah, a little bit. No, my mum knows that. Yeah. Sorry, mum. She was like, get out.
Why?
No, because family's life. Like, you can live at home. Well, imagine two of me living together. Yeah. That's one of the main thing. Me and my mum living together.
Do clash?
Clashing. Like, we love each other, but we can't live together. But yeah, like, I think you just have to get away. And it's not just my home. It was just, like, where we lived. It's, like, the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there, like I said. You have to get away. You have to experience new things. So no matter what, I would have travelled or, gone to uni. So
how did you find the uni life?
Mental. Like, it was, like, a crazy uni to go to. There's a lot of parties.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheffield?
Yeah, it was, honestly. It's, like, different to here. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
I was saying to my little sister the other day, she goes to uni in Manchester. Yeah. And she's like, she spends, like, so much money on going out. I used to spend, like, a £5 on a night out. They used to do like quids in nights, and you go out and you pay like £1 for a double. And I'm a lightweight, so that's great.
What was the emotions you felt like when you moved from home, since you're like really close to your family and stuff?
I don't know. It wasn't really a big deal for me.
Yeah.
I'm not bad with like change of situations like that. I think I find it exciting. I think that was the best thing for me to go and move away. Yeah. I don't think I would have done what I'm doing now if I hadn't have left at that point in my life.
Why?
And I don't know. I think it's just because the whole experience I had in uni. Like I went to uni, I fell in love with like the music industry in Sheffield and then Manchester. I met a group who run a like it's basically like a GRM daily sort of thing, but on a smaller level in Sheffield. So it was like a recording label, and then a media platform. And I met them, and then we used to go to loads of music events. I used to meet artists there, and I loved it. Like it literally completely changed what I wanted to do. I had no idea really what I wanted to do. I went to uni and I was like, let me just do marketing. I didn't know. I didn't think about it.
But you're in the scene now.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, the degree you got is what helped you to do what you're doing now? Or?
Yeah, but I still think it's not the degree. Like, my advice to people is like, go out there and find experiences and find something that can help you grow, and like find out what you actually want to do for like the rest of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, marketing is one thing, it's a whole umbrella, but the music industry, like, that's what I met, and I was like, wow, I want to be involved in this. Now I'm stepping away from it slightly. I did like music marketing and stuff first. I find it quite a stressful industry to be in.
You got most of your growth from the music industry, didn't you?
Yeah.
So why would you move away from the thing? Ain't that cheating?
Well, sort of, not really. Like, we still work with the music industry, but it's a hard industry to like grow in. Like, a lot of people do music because it's like a side hustle to begin with. Do you know what I mean? Until they grow. And we've worked with big artists, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But like the smaller artists, they don't have a lot of budget. Yeah. And I understand that completely. Like, music's expensive. Music videos cost a lot of money. But like, there's not enough money for us to like keep growing in that. So I had to find another way. But I wanted to keep it on the side. Like, we still do music videos and stuff like that, but we keep it more on the side, and then have marketing as like our big part of the agency, basically. That's the money maker. Yeah.
So you just started your marketing agency about 3 months ago, 2 months ago?
Well, so I've been doing it freelance for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I think a year and a half. Yeah, something like that. And when we worked with like creative agencies with the models. Yeah. So the models used to go to like shoots for restaurants, like I do now, but for other social media agencies. And then basically I was like, I need to just do my own social media because I've got a qualification in it, I've got experience in it. I was like, well, I don't know why I'm doing this. So I worked freelance for one big client for a while, and then I like moved away from that and then started to take on smaller clients, like small businesses, because that's like, obviously I have a small business and I want to help people who have a small business. Yeah. So it's like, that's where I found like enjoyment in it, because at first I was like, this is stress.
Why? You don't like the stress?
I can deal with stress, but also I cannot.
So
I like stress, clearly, because I choose to have like the stress of being self-employed, and it is stressful. Like, you know, like, it's stressful. But
what was the time like? Obviously, you being self-employed now. Yeah. What was it that indicated to you that I have to be self-employed? Like, what made you choose that path?
A lot of bad bosses. Like, people have bad bosses, but I cannot do it. Like, I don't like being told what to do. I never have since I was a kid. That's why I was always getting told off. But I do not like being told what to do. So I had to start my own business. Yeah. And yeah, I love it. Like, because you want to have like the freedom to go and do what you want. Like, I can go, let me say, like last week I went to my parents' house, which is like, seems like a minor thing, but I haven't been able to do that for like years because I've just been working every day. I was working part-time jobs and running the business on the side. So I was like working through the week, and then on weekends I'd be working on the business. Yeah. And now I like have that freedom where I'm like, where I can organize myself so that I can go home and like work and see my mum. Yeah. Or like go away next year whenever I want. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the freedom that I want, and I think everyone should have that in life.
So a lot of marketers, they struggle with the whole not having creative freedom, and like having really bad bosses. So you saying you had a bad boss, like that's what made you do what you're doing now. But don't you have that right now?
Some clients can be difficult. Like, you have clients who want specific things, but you can advise them and say, look, this is what I think will benefit you. And most of the time they let you try it. Like, they don't know a lot about it most of the time. Yeah. Sometimes, you have clients who are really picky, and it's fine. Like, you just have to deal with it. Yeah. You have to deal with it.
And how do you deal with it?
I don't know. I can deal with that. It's harder because it's like we're not on a basis where they're my boss.
Yeah.
Like they're my client, and I'm there to give them the best advice on how to get their business to grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, if their ideas are good and they're all right, then I don't mind listening to them and like taking that into account. Of course, like I'm happy to work with the client. I like working with people. It's just like when someone's bossing you around every single day, telling you need to do this, and you know it's not right, or sometimes I just can't. But yeah, all my clients so far are like actually really good.
Ain't that a bit of your fiery side though?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. I was like, are you sure?
Like, I'm there trying to hold my tongue.
And what is the reason though? You're trying to keep it away from us?
Which reason?
The reason as to why you're doing what you're doing now. You said there was 2 reasons.
I don't know. Do you know what? It's one of them things. Like people always say to me, oh, like, why do you do this? Or I don't know, like, what's the reason? But I don't really know. I just decided one day that I was going to do it. Like, that's what I'm like. That's how my brain works. I just woke up and I was like, I want to do that.
So
I'd be like in the shower and I'm like thinking of a new business idea on how I could like make money but on my own. Like, I don't know.
What's the advice you'll give to somebody that's like struggling in school right now? Say you struggled a bit, struggling through uni. Like I'll tell you now, it took me 5 years to finish uni, and
it's hard.
It is hard. I'll give you that. But what's the advice you'll give somebody like that's going through that kind of situation?
I think it depends on the reasons for why they're struggling. Like if it's something to do with like mental health or issues, like don't be worried to like take a break and like redo it. Like you can redo the year, you can take a gap year, like it's not an issue. Like don't stress, don't rush it. And also like the typical education isn't for everyone, but also persevere. That's what I did. I just persevered and kept pushing through. Sometimes I wish maybe I took a break in second year but then also I think just keep pushing. Just keep pushing through.
All right, guys. Hope you're enjoying the conversation with Becky. But first, I want to tell you about Ishe. Ishe is our sponsor for the podcast, and their candle smells perfect. It helps with sleep, meditation. It helps with uplifting and energizing yourself. And also, it helps in holistic healing. So, guys, if you do want a candle that smells nice in your bedroom, Ishe is the way to go. Is it not hard?
You always think you're not doing as well as you are, but you're doing good. Everyone's doing good. Like,
really?
Yeah, everyone is. These people come to me. Like, I remember my friend coming to me and she was like, I just feel like I'm just at like a point now where I like can't get any further. I don't know what to do. Like I've been trying so hard. And then like a few weeks later, she got a breakthrough in her career. And I was like, girl, like you've smashed it. Like you think you're not doing well, but you are. If you're trying and you're putting in the effort, then you're doing well.
That's pretty good advice. Like, I always think like, what if you're pushing through, do you not get tired at some point?
Yeah, but that's where you have to take breaks. Finding balance is definitely key. How
do you find the balance?
Don't ask me that because I'm not finding the balance.
That's what like, you're
I'm
doing
trying.
The agencies, both agencies.
Yeah.
Running clients, and then you have a puppy too.
Yeah.
So how is that going? Like, how do you find that balance to like balance everything out, especially working for yourself?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. It's still something I struggle with now, is like trying to find that balance, because like you have to try and find a routine. That's the best thing, I think. Like I'll wake up, I'll go to the gym, I'll do my work, I'll walk the dog, and midway through the day finish work, and I'm like, that is so boring. Like
when it's time for the friends,
what's my boring life? After like weekends, I usually try to make my weekends free. Yeah, I like make a schedule, so I'll make sure that I'm working. If I want like a certain day off to see my friends, then I'll work on the Saturday or whatever. And if I need to work extra, then I'll work like a set amount of hours. But I need to make sure that like I have time for myself still, and time for my friends and stuff, like, and family and everything. Like you just need to make sure you have that time, like cut off time at the end of the night. And it's really hard sometimes because clients, especially in this industry, will message you out of hours, and they will call you and they'll hassle you, and you just have to say, no, don't touch that phone until the next morning. Do you know what I mean?
Why would you do that? So like if somebody's paying you like, for example, 4K a month,
Mm.
why would you say I'll turn off the phone during that time, yet they need you urgently?
If they needed you urgently, then it would be something like, let me say, the post not gone up. I'd be checking that anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd check that. But if they need to contact me urgently, then there's no reason that they would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason. Like if you're in a 9 to 5 job, you're working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if something urgent's gone wrong, it doesn't matter. It's dealt with the next day. Just because you're freelance doesn't mean you should put like your mental health and your time on the line for someone it's not your business. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they should be organized and sorting stuff out with you beforehand, like you are. You just have to make sure you're organized.
I always hear a lot of freelancers say you have to treat their business like it's yours.
Mm.
So if you're treating their business like it's yours, doesn't that mean that you have to work Monday to Sunday like they do?
No, definitely not. Like there's limits to everything.
Yeah.
I think like obviously, yeah, I treat my clients' businesses like they're mine in a sense. So I'll work those hours for them, and I'll always do overtime for them. Like I'll do more than what we're meant to be doing. I've got someone else who works with me now as well, so she'll help out, and it helps me focus on the rest of the content and stuff. But there's absolutely no reason why they'd need me at like 10 p.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Because you don't post past those times anyway.
True.
There's just no reason. Like if they're organized and they've got everything on point, there's no reason they need a social media marketer.
Yeah.
Past that time.
That's pretty cool. Like I'm trying to think maybe I should fade a little bit and join the whole freelance kind of work style. You know, like chill on this Saturday.
Yeah, it's not like easy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's like all amazing, because it is hard. Like, and I say like, oh, I cut off at that time. I cut off at like 9 p.m. officially, because I do like to leave my phone on just in case anything goes wrong. But you have to like on a weekend just say no, because otherwise you end up working all the time, which is what I've done for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And it does burn you out, and then you're not benefiting the business because you're tired and your brain's not working. You need time to think and like to experience stuff, like go out, go to museums, like go on holiday, because that's like influences your creativity.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your creativity, then you're not going to be benefiting your clients.
Yeah,
in
but
this
like
industry especially.
when I look like on social media, for example, a lot of like business owners, like freelancers, whatever, they're always like having the good lifestyle, like going out, going places on holiday. They've done this and this, they've bought this and this. But then when I'm sitting with you here, you're telling me that it's hard. So how is it hard if you get all that and you're doing all this?
I don't know. I mean, that's not me yet.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully that will be me soon. So, but obviously it's kind of the early stages at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I need to keep building the business up, and then hopefully in the future I won't have to work as many hours and days. That's the aim, because realistically that should be the aim for everyone. I do not agree with people working 5-day weeks. 4-day weeks, and that's what is that the word? Yeah, 4-day weeks. Like 5-day weeks? No.
Do you
People
think
need to enjoy life. Life shouldn't be only work.
Really?
I think if it's your business, yeah, fair enough. But I don't expect my staff like to put their whole entire life online for my business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you think that's attainable?
Yeah, I do think it is. Yeah.
For everybody?
No, not certain businesses probably wouldn't work for. But like with our industry, yeah, I think that would work. Mm-hmm.
So
if you set up the business like properly, yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody that's trying to get into your kind of, agency kind of lifestyle, marketing for people, managing models? Like, how does it actually feel like managing somebody?
Managing people is weird. Like, so I have my friend who works for me now. You know Sharon?
Yeah, she
works for me as well. And it's weird, like, telling someone what to do, but I don't see it as that. Like, the way I manage someone is more like, we need to do this together, because at the end of the day, the more we grow, the more she'll benefit from it as well. I don't want to like say to someone, oh, do this, do that. It's just not how I am. I would rather do it as we need to do it for this, or I don't know, like managing models is different. I have to be kind of a little bit more strict on certain things. Like we have rules in place, just so that people act accordingly, like on set and stuff, and people turn up on time. But yeah, I've never had issues with like managing people. It's like
with your fiery side.
Yeah, no, I actually don't. I haven't had anyone that's been like a issue to me, really.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't been there pointing, you need to do this.
Yeah.
And that and that.
Yeah, I guess I just hire good people.
I
I'm
guess.
lucky.
What does that come to? Is it just looking properly, or is it just luck?
I don't know. I think I'm quite good at reading people.
Yeah.
A little bit, maybe. Like, I don't know. Sherelle is different because she came, like, we knew each other before.
Yeah.
And then she's like a very experienced model. She's amazing at what she does. Like, she is one of these people that you see her in real life and she's stunning, but then switch the camera and she's literally like a different person. Like, she can go into any role that you want her to be. She can do, like, she's done work for music videos, she does work for like ads for like, she did one with like dogs. She's doing like a clothing advert with dogs, and I was like, she's like a different person. She's giving all sexy on the music videos. The next one, she's like so serious. I'm like, you literally think it's a different model. She's amazing. So I got her in to like teach modeling classes to like some of the models that we had were a bit newer to the industry.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, she's so good at like managing people. She does a lot of our admin and stuff now. She like books models to jobs because she has an eye for it. She sees like who's good to work on what jobs. And yeah, she's driven. She wants to be in the industry. Like, she wants the business to succeed as much as me. So I couldn't think of anyone better to like get on board.
Yeah.
That's when you're lucky that you've got someone good to work with you.
Do you ever jump in and just do the work yourself, like the whole modeling set?
Oh, I've done that like once. Bad story. We had like a model book for a food, like a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the restaurant.
Yeah.
The model cancelled last minute. So I was like, oh no, right. I've got like an hour to find someone. I was like, right, I'll just do it. So I went down. I'm not overly confident on camera or anything. I do a bit more of it now for my own like content.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went down and then I got food poisoning from the restaurant. Do you say that? Like, would you say that to the client? I couldn't say it. I was like, ah! I was so sick, and I had to work after at my other part-time job when I used to work there.
Why wouldn't you say though?
So sick. Because I felt too bad, and the client is like a big client that has booked us before as well.
Yeah.
So I was like,
do you not just be honest and just be like, hey, look.
I wish I did, but I left it too late now. I was just like, I'm never going there again.
Like, tell them you
so
nearly
sick.
killed me.
Yeah.
Like,
oh god, it was so bad.
how was it in the moment? Like, how does it feel to be like the whole model?
I mean, I get why people like it because it does give you a little bit of a confidence boost if you look back at it after and you're like, oh, that looks really good. But I don't know. I'd rather be behind the scenes, like showing people what to do or like creative directing, basically. Yeah. I'd rather do that, but I don't hate it.
Is there a difference in feeling? Oh.
To modeling and creative direction? Yeah, like creative direction feels more, I don't know, for me anyway, it felt a bit more like fulfilling. I guess, and like seeing your ideas like come into place and look amazing is like a really good feeling. But being on camera I don't know, I just don't think I like being on camera that much. Yeah. But when you get your photos back, like I've done shoots before, we did one for like was it a clothing brand, and I did one for them. Yeah. Like last minute, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And after I was like, okay, those photos are actually really nice, and that's quite a good feeling, I guess. Yeah. I get why people like it, and I do love that about my job, like helping other people feel good about themselves. Kind of why I set up the modeling side of stuff in the first place.
So you're saying you wouldn't do it yourself, but you would kind of advise other people to do it?
Yeah, I think so. I like doing it for when I did it. Yeah. But I have anxiety a little bit, so like it wasn't something I'm like, oh, I'd love doing that.
No. And this anxiety you're talking about, is it something that you've had the whole time, or is it something that just only develops when you're behind camera?
No, I have anxiety. Like I had it since I was in uni, I'd say. Yeah. I've had like panic attacks and stuff. It's something like a lot of my family have as well. Yeah. So I don't know if it's like hereditary or what, but yeah, I don't know. It's not something I would say has held me back much. Yeah. It's just like it's more of a feeling for me rather than a mental thing. Yeah.
What is it like in the moment, like when you have like a panic attack and stuff? I've never, I've seen people have one, and I'm like, oh, can you like drink? Like I offer water, and I think, oh, water is gonna help, but does it actually help, or is it like I'm just wasting my time telling them, oh, breathe, drink some water.
I think like just being there and like showing support is like helpful.
Yeah.
But sometimes people freak out, and I've literally seen people be like, and they just stand there like, I'm like, please just give me like, just pat me on the back, something, or just leave me alone. Don't stare at me. But I don't know, like most of the time when I have them, I'll be on my own, or like I won't say anything to anyone. I can like quietly have a panic attack. And
really?
Know,
because I've seen people that would just fully like cry so bad.
Yeah, I have a friend like that.
Damn. Yeah. What is the feeling like though? Like,
it's
compare it to anything in the world.
Like. So it's like a flutter in your chest. That's the best way I'd explain mine. But anxiety comes to people in different ways. Yeah. But it can like anxiety is not just a mental thing. Like it affects your whole body. Like so, for like my friend, she gets anxiety and she like literally like her whole body like tremors.
Oh damn.
So yeah, mine gets like that, but it feels more inside.
Yeah.
Like it's like a tremor inside. So it's weird.
I feel like I'm being diagnosed right now. But sometimes, like, I go to interviews and like my legs will just start
trembling. Yeah, because it's like you sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not even that nervous, but like my body is like nervous itself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Is that part of anxiety?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh damn.
People get like, you can get sick when you're anxious. You can get like, you can feel lightheaded, and you won't even particularly like think like I am anxious right now, but you can just get it. I've had it like, I've been like in the shop and I'm literally fine. Like I'm fine. I'm just walking through the shop thinking I need to get my dinner for later. And then suddenly I get this anxious feeling and it's like a butterfly in my chest and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Why am I having this?
How do you deal with it? Like, how do you deal with your like anxious moments? Let's say, for example, you have a big client. Let's say, for example, you're going to work with Nike tomorrow and you get there and you just freeze. How do you deal with that?
I don't know. I've not actually had that yet because I can talk for England, but I feel like I waffle a lot. I'm nervous, so I'll probably just waffle away. But I don't know. I think normally for me, when it's something to do with work, that actually brings me out of like an anxious state. It's normally like when I'm like on my own or like day-to-day life. But the best way I would say to like get yourself out of an anxiety attack is to either talk to someone that you know who knows like about this. Like I'll speak to Jonathan, or I speak to Mum, or I speak to Poppy, like all my friends that I know about my anxiety, do you know what I mean? And they'll just say to me, literally all it takes is them to kind of be like, oh, calm down, it's okay, like don't stress about it. Someone to talk like sense into me, and then I feel better. But I definitely think there's different ways. Like, I don't know, like I've got family members who get anxiety and they like deal with it by doing like, what's it called?
Meditation.
Yes.
That's Zen. Get in Zen.
Yeah. I can't believe you knew what I meant. So like meditation before bed, and like that's helped them over time, or like breathing exercises as well. Yeah. Just getting yourself somewhere quiet and doing some breathing exercises.
Or just in the middle of an interview, I say, oh, hold on a minute, I'll go out.
Well, I didn't think about that. To be fair, sometimes you just have to be honest.
Yeah.
I think, you do. Like, sometimes if you're feeling panicky, it's better to say, I'm really sorry, but I suffer with anxiety and I'm having an anxiety attack, than it is to just be, like, a bit off and then to be like, what's going on?
Could that not hinder your growth?
I don't think so. I think people have to have an understanding about that stuff now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like so many people have anxiety and depression and, like, other mental health issues. Like, it's like, nowadays, it's like, it's normal. It needs to be spoken about more.
Yeah. And we talked about your first and second year of uni. Like, I wanted to come back to it a bit later, just let you chill out a little bit. But like, tell me about that time. Like,
I mean, I had my first year of uni was like, obviously when you go to uni, it's like so exciting and new, and you meet so many people, and you're like, you just don't know what to do with yourself. You just get so excited. You're like, let me go out all the time, drink all the time. That's not good for your mental health. But when you're young, I get it. You have to do it. Well, I don't regret it. But then the second year, I just went through some personal stuff. Like, I was in hospital. I had like a bad relationship. It was a hard time for me. And I think I'm not very good at, I wasn't before. I'm better now at talking about stuff. But I wasn't very good at talking. I wasn't very good at talking about stuff. So I like shut it down and just just carried on going out all the time, which definitely affects your like actual uni life, but also your friendships. And yeah, I think like it was just a hard time, but I pulled through, and everything I do, like everything that's happened, I never regret any of it because it makes you who you are every day.
Why did you keep it in and just choose to drink and party? Like,
because I was young. I don't know. I just think I always had this thing where I was like, I don't want to burden people. I guess like you don't want to like put your issues on people, especially when people are in uni and are having such a good time. But I don't know. Maybe I talked about it more than I remember. Because I don't know. I don't think about that time too much now even. But I went to therapy in the end. So I had like a student. Are they called a therapist? What are they called? Like a psychologist type of thing. Yeah, I went to one of them. I got like referred, and then they were like, it was helpful, but at the time I don't think the mental health system was very good. I think it has improved a little bit now, but it wasn't very good. Like they had a different person every week. Am I having to tell my story again? Like, it's not helping me. So you started from
the start every time?
I was like, do I have to say this again, please? But yeah, it's like one of them things. I think if the mental health system was better, it would probably have been easier for me to like get back into the swing of uni and stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
And how did you feel like? Because there's one thing like I've been scared of my whole life, and it's going therapy or dealing with like a whole psychologist and all that. Like I don't want nobody reading deep into me.
I know it's like, weird. It's really weird.
What's the feeling like?
Well, it's weird because when you speak to your friend about something, they have more of an opinion. So I guess it's like sometimes you can't move past things. I think that's a big thing. But when you speak to like someone who doesn't have a clue about you or like your life or anyone around you, then they can give you like an honest opinion with like no judgment as well. You don't feel like there's any judgment, which is good. It's helpful. I do think it's helpful. Like I think I recommend people going to therapy all the time.
Just because you think it's the best thing ever. I always think it's like
fun.
Better. Well, would you say like you would tell your therapist more than you tell your parents?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, mum, again. But yeah.
How come?
You just, oh God, I don't know. My sister is like, she'll tell my mum everything. Mine was like, I don't tell her anything. I don't know why. Now I tell her everything. But when I was younger, I was like, I didn't tell her anything. It's really weird. I don't know. I think I was just more closed off and I was very independent still.
Trying to be independent?
Yeah, so I was just like, no, I'm not telling anyone anything. I was a little shit.
It's crazy.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But like, so does your mom appreciate better now that you tell her more of your whole life than before?
Yeah. I think we relate to each other even more now. She's really supportive. She's really good as well. She's really helpful with like mental health and stuff like that. She's great. Yeah.
How often do you sit down with her?
Well, we've lived apart now since I was like 18, and I wasn't at home that much when I was 17 either, so I don't know. We talk every time we go home. We talk, but like I'll text her if I've got an issue or something. I'll text her. I'm lucky to have that because some people don't, but like she is a person that I can just talk to. Sometimes I'm like, I definitely annoy her because I'm like the slightest inconvenience, and I'm like, Mom, let me kick off.
Which one felt better? Would you say like talking to a therapist when you was in uni, or would you say what you're doing now, which is like going to your mom or your dad, whoever you go to? Which one feels a lot better?
I don't know, because it's slightly different. Like there's some things I haven't told my mum maybe, or I like wouldn't really talk to her about.
Yeah. How come? You're really close, aren't you?
Yeah, we are close, but I don't know. I think it's just some things I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like, why have you done that?
Is that you?
Yeah. No, it's just some things I think like where you just don't have that like level with them, I guess. I don't know. Like some things like it depends on the person. Some people tell their mum everything, like my sister, she'll tell my mum everything. But I'm like, I just can't. I just won't. I don't know why. It's not just my mum, it's just everyone. But so a therapist was like good for me, and they can help you realize things about yourself that you didn't really realize.
See, that's what I'm scared about.
Yeah. No, it's helpful though.
Why and how?
because they can like say, oh, let me say you've got this sort of behavioral pattern, so this is how you should think or like get yourself out of these situations. They've got like techniques to help you.
I guess I'll advise everybody to check it out and then tell me how you feel after.
It depends on the people. Like I always say that everyone's got different journeys. Everyone learns differently. Everyone heals differently as well. So
it's very cool. And I did ask you a question earlier, so we're gonna come back to that right now. What's the advice you would give somebody trying to get into like agency?
Oh yeah,
managing people.
Sorry, did I go on it? Did I?
Nah, it was me that. It's me that diverted you.
My brain is just like blah, 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 blah. So advice, like I would say, if you're gonna do it, like you have to put your all into it. Like you have to really try. Like it's hard. It's not gonna be easy, and you have to think of a plan. You have to write a business plan down. You have to get all your branding. You have to get everything ready, and then think, how much do I need to invest into this? What equipment do I need? Don't just wing it. I winged it at the start, and like it made everything so much harder. It's taken me like 3 years to actually get the like business fully off the ground. So the point I'm fully self-employed, and also you have to be prepared like for the time like you're going to be like working your self-employed life, and you're going to be working like part-time at a normal job. Then you have to be prepared that you're going to be working all the time for that time. I didn't have a life. I was like I've barely like. There was just a time where you just have to just work all the time, and it's a bit depressing, and you don't really see anyone.
Yeah. Do you know burnout?
Yeah, you do a little bit, but like you have to kind of just push through because you know that it's going to benefit you in the end. But still, always try to find the balance.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I'm a great person to give advice on this because I did not find the balance, and I just winged it, and I was like, let me try it, and then when I actually took a step back and was like, right. Now I need to leave this part-time job and I need to put all my time into this business, and like I need to put an actual plan of how I'm going to do it, what I need to invest and all that. Then it all came together. Yeah,
but like a lot of people that I've seen start businesses or I've heard of start businesses, they always tell you like you have to find a balance. You have to make sure you take care of yourself. Like, but then you ask all of them and they tell you like,
they're not doing that.
I never did it. So...
But you should.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. At first, you probably won't.
Yeah.
You can't find that balance. You have to just keep pushing through. But.
So you mean take the balance when you're like a bit more established?
Yeah, but it doesn't take that long, depending on the industry. Like, obviously, it takes a long time to get to the point where you can go freelance fully. But like starting a business and like actually making the business succeed is going to be a few years, a year. Like most businesses either fail in the first year or they make no money in the first year. So that's like tells you something in itself. Like you're going to have that first year, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to like learn from everything that you're doing, and then you're going to succeed. You have to make mistakes. You can't just, no one is just like, here's my business, successful instantly. You have to be prepared for that, and it's stressful, and you have to be like, I don't know. You have to like think about this stress before it even happens. That's good advice.
How do you deal with the stress? Drink?
Yeah, drink. No, I've actually tried to stop drinking like as much now. So I'll just gym. I think gym's a good one. But just make time for your family and friends and for yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself every day.
What, to Selfridges?
To a Selfridges, to a coffee.
For a business owner, that's too expensive. Oh yeah, you did a new dog. That's why you
I was like, new job, new dog.
Nah. I've liked the whole conversation we've had today. Obviously, there's new stuff I've got to learn about you. And I feel like you have gave a lot of people quite a bit of insight on the agency side. And the people that don't know you, they'll probably know you now. I hope.
Lord. Oh,
They'll be like, that's the girl that was struggling with anxiety in uni. But I have one last question.
Yeah.
One last question. If you were to like take everything away now, your whole business, your whole uni degree, and you're back in college, that girl that's struggling with learning and whatever, how would you get yourself back to where you are now?
I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'd go to uni, you know.
Yeah.
That's one thing I always wonder, whether I'd do that. Because I think it benefited me in some ways, and I guess having a degree is good to say, I've got this degree in marketing. But, like, I actually learn a lot of what I learned myself through going and doing, like, work experience for different companies. So I don't know if I would do that. It's a hard one. I'm not sure how I'd get myself back here.
Do you think it would be better to leave uni out? Would you say
Maybe.
you would advise, let's say somebody, a girl, same age as you, same age as 17 you, would you advise her to go uni
No.
if they're trying to do the same thing as
Yeah,
you're
do you know what? I still would. I
Yeah.
still would. I don't think it's something you have to do, but I still advise it because it's good. Like, it's good experience.
Yeah.
I met a lot of people there. I met like all my friends who are in Manchester now.
Yeah.
We met them in Sheffield. I lived with one of them for like 6 years. I've only just moved out from her. Like, we all moved here together. So it's a good experience. You have a lot of fun in uni, and yeah, you do come out of it with something to say, I've got a degree. Do you know what I mean? It's good. It is good, but I think there are other ways of learning, and if you really push yourself and go and find like work experience or do online courses, like there's so many ways now that you can learn. You don't need a degree. Yeah.
And as heard from Becky, y'all need to go uni. Get that degree, man. It's
Go
it's
uni
called,
and have fun.
Yeah,
Just
have
have
fun.
fun.
No, network.
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 And have fun.
Network and have fun. Don't drink like she did because it causes depression. But all right, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. It's been first episode of Route Talks, and I'll see you next week. Before we go, make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and recommending some guests if you have some that you think would fit in that sit. And yeah, I'll see you next week.